Hello ladies and gents, welcome to the second part, the night review. Behind us is the Macan. In this video we're going to take a tour of the Macan at night, and I'm also going to show you a little bit more of new infotainment and trim computer, because in the day review I was a little bit time limited. Now I have some extra time, so let's jump into the review and show you those details. So here's the beautiful Porsche Macan S. This is the facelift, and it's a 2021 facelift. Now this is the 2023 model year. This car is brand new. It's less than a month old. Beautiful color. Let me just do a little walk around on the street light here. You can see this is a very unique color, probably not one you're gonna see very often on this car. Most people go for the black one, gray one, or white one, but this definitely, it's like a dark cherry color. It looks amazing. Now this is the facelift. Beautiful front end, small changes. And if I come closer to the lights, I've left the key inside because that's the only way to show you them on. They don't turn on like other cars do when you unlock the car. You can see Porsche inside, and beautiful lens. We're gonna check the performance in my night point of view review, and you can see daytime running light that turns into turn signal. Now, amazing looking car. Perfect daily driver SUV from Porsche, also an entry SUV. It looks very gorgeous, and I think it looks very stylish in this color. Now some people will say this is more for older generation, but I disagree. This can also be for younger people who just don't want to maybe stand out too much, or just want to be different. You know, they don't want to have gangster black model. I know a lot of people prefer black cars, especially luxury cars, but this is also color that's coming back because you saw it on the Tesla Model Y Performance. Now, interesting, the owner of this car ordered it and he paid quite substantial down payment, and then he decided to buy a Tesla Model Y Performance, and he's driving mostly in the city, so economically it was more suitable for him. So he decided to sell this car, and it's actually already sold. So the owner is going to be lucky. This car doesn't have the rev limiter, and it makes awesome pop-up sounds. Now, love the LED connected taillights, and let me show you this. This is really for OCD people. It's nice 3D design. This is for those who care attention to detail that Porsche puts in their cars. This looks amazing. Now, I know it's not the best lighting, but you can see at night the exhaust looks amazing. Now let me press here to open up that cargo space. So I forgot from top of my head, I think it was like 358, or no, 458. I forgot. I'm gonna type it down, and I know it's 1,503 when you knock down the seats. Now these two lights here, not that bright, honestly, but you know, you can replace those and they could be a little bit brighter. Of course, you have the spare wheel. You can see that down there. And I have this, you know, my back here, but it's all good. You can press here to close that up. I've told you in the day review how you can program the height, and once again, very beautiful looking. Just to show you here, maybe this angle, you can see the color a little bit brighter. It just looks gorgeous. I gotta say, I love it. It's slightly extended towards the rear, and even when you look at the taillights, it's like the body is kind of extending. Even the spoiler slightly at the end goes up. Just again, a lot of attention to small details in Porsche that we really love. Now, let's get on the back here. I'm just going to show you. Now, let me check here. I think for the review, I've actually maybe switched these off. No? Oh, okay, I know. Since the car is off. So this is what happens. I left the key fob inside. Now the lights should come on. but let me check here. I left it on purposely because I wanted to show you the headlights. Now when you lock the car, it has like timer for like 30 or 60 seconds to turn off the daytime running lights. Excuse me, leaving home, whatever you call that. Now when you unlock the car, you can see this is how it looks. So checking the rear, these are illuminated. You have footwell lights down there, and you have cabin lights in the back there. Now when you turn on the car, this goes when you go up either red, or if you go down it's like neutral, everything's off, and then if you go down it's blue. Then you can turn on up to 3 or 3 for like heating or cooling. And there are 2 USB-Cs. Now I'm gonna turn on the car and come back with the camera at least and show you that. Now check this out. There are puddle lights. So let me back up. This is how the car looks when it's on. There are nice puddle lights under the mirrors. I call this old school because the new cars are now fully digital. This still has some of that old school vibe in it. You can see that reflection there. Pretty nice. Now let's jump inside here. So you have this really bright, I call this like a beauty light, but let's close the door. Now I left the window down for a reason, but doesn't matter. Let's turn on this on. So the light dimmed, but it's still on. You can see that. There is a way to switch it off, but I like it on. Let me zoom out. So this is the night point of view, and again there's going to be separated night point of view review where I'm going to summon all the impressions behind this car, and let me tell you, it's amazing. So you got to watch that video. It's very interesting. Now checking the beautiful classical gauges and needles. I love this, especially in the sports cars. It's so nice to see it when it shifts up fast. It's something that you can replace by a digital screen. And in this Macan, you have the digital computer there on the right bubble. Now I will turn on the car just in a moment. I have to go through some stuff. So you can see here, these are white. Everything here is in white. Light control here is in white. The key fob here, where you put it in, it's illuminated. This is all white. So if you lock the rear here, it goes red. You can see that. And well, you can see how that looks. The rings are inside illuminated by the numbers and needles. Now engine is still not on, so don't start tripping out in the comments and saying that the engine is faulty. That's just a test light. Beautiful chrono, I'll respect that. It's slightly less illuminated, but still a must detail if you buy Porsche. I've seen Porsches without that, it's just not the same. And then the infotainment here, you can see the AC controls and all these. Now I gotta say, I was kind of skeptical about these, but these are really responsive. So it looks nice. And over here, this is illuminated. I'm sorry, there's some lens flares from the street lights. And over here, if you turn this on, you can see light on. You can turn this one, and this could be now off, or you can turn it on and it goes fully bright. You can turn on the rear there, and you can press this guy so you disable the lights coming on. So that's how you turn this one off when the doors are locked or unlocked. And yeah, let me see if I can show you this one. Actually, I have to press something. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Now I do have my microphone, but let me see. You can see that. So if you press temperature up, and then you can see, you can go like in the middle, it's off, and then blue. So nice physical, and over here you have the USB-C at the bottom. So nice physical buttons on the rear. Now, here before The pre-facelift had physical buttons, but again, I think I like these and they look nice. The layout is nice and it looks, color-wise, red and white, very nice combo. Now let's just show you here. So you use this like a roller button, then you can press here and there's a return button. So just to show you here a little bit, you have radio. Let me just adjust here. Radio, and you have phone. So you can press here the button, then it loads the list, so you can switch through the list. You can go back. So you just press the roller, no phone. You can see the navigation. You can press in, auto zoom, 3D map, north up. So you can see that, and then you can go to, you can go to last destination on navigation, drive time, distance, consumption. Now it's a brand new car, so I think the fuel consumption is quite high. I won't do consumption tests because I just don't want to burn owner's fuel. This is a car lended by a subscriber, and he's gonna sell the car, and I gotta return it in the morning, so just no time for that in this case. You can see here all-wheel drive, I guess how much power you're using in front and rear, and speed limit, distance for the cruise control, and here you can see vehicle information. If you press here, you can see info, oil measurement, limits, and settings, display, time and date, locking, light and visibility, exterior lights. Let me see here, fade in 30 seconds. So yeah, you can increase this to 120. So yeah, that's cool. Hey, we can use it like the roller for that. It's pretty sweet. Exterior lights, orientation 40, fade out 120. Interesting. What is this orientation? Not really sure. Okay, there's so many options here: locking, air conditioning, and so on. Volume, language, so you can change language and so on. Yeah, I really like the physical controls, not those stupid digital controls. Physical gauges, and then you have the infotainment screen here. Now I agree this could be slightly bigger, but I guess they've used the pre-facelift design here, and that's the reason behind this. Now this is a faster unit now. Okay, so I got everything on English. You can see now start. So let's just go through the navigation. I've showed you navigation. You can type in a destination, set work or home. This is quite responsive. Look at this. It is really good. I know car industry was saving money before a lot. We're in Croatia. A lot on this infotainments, but finally, they've decided or just realized, hey, people want fast infotainments.
Route guidance is not active.
Okay, whatever. You can press here. I think it gets you back. No. Okay, you can also use this wheel. That's the sweet spot here. So that's, I think, even faster. And then you can get a feeling for how fast it's zooming in or zooming out. There's a lot of options that you can always have here, like shortcuts to radio and calls and so on. Now you can press here. There's route options and so on. There's a home screen. This is the home screen. It's actually quite awful, to be honest. You have the radio here, and it's just really dual looking. I like to have it on navigation. There's media, so let's show you sound. The sound is amazing. I forgot if these are upgraded speakers or standard, but the sound is really amazing. It's really on the level of my Tesla. So I can't play it for too long, not to get a copyright strike, but the sound here is amazing. It's just you're gonna be really satisfied if you buy this car. You can adjust your phone calls. I haven't connected. You have here vehicle information. So I'm not going to go through each of these because there's so many. There's option fold in exterior mirrors when locked. Wow, so the owner didn't add this. Okay, there's a comfort entry, trip here. Okay, so interesting. I mean, the owner bought the car. I told you he just bought a Tesla and he really wasn't interested in the car. That's what he told me. So there's a lot of options here. So not to go through each of these, but I'll just gonna, go through, and you can pause and read whatever you want. There's software updates now, hopefully. There's no updates, and there's a trip. So that's car. And let me hear it goes. So you have here driver's manual. I'm not going to go through that. Apps. I guess you need to connect or something to get those apps. And then you have the sound. You can have location of the sound, bass, treble, volume for the navigation, and so on. You can have little clicks when you touch the screen. I prefer to have those off. I guess the owner also. And here you can control, units and so on. Like if you want metric or imperial, and that's another shortcut for software updates. Not too detailed. In the other car there was like news, and the car could read news for you. I think this looks and works faster than I remember in the pre-facelift that I had. So not too complicated. There's a return button here, I guess, if you like.
Route guidance is not active.
Here, no. Let me see what the option does. Configure home. Oh, okay. So now you can see here, like you can have media, navigation, sound, apps, layouts. Oh, this seems like a way better layout. So I don't think the owner is gonna mind if you have navigation here. There's like more options here, but I guess it looks. Let me just here. See here, configure home. Can you like make it bigger or something? Okay. Configuration widgets. Okay, so no need that. So that was the infotainment. I guess they simplified it, but I like it. I like things simple. So I'm cutting this in. This is the camera, and then you can see when I go to reverse that how it looks, and you got the projection when you move the steering column. So the resolution could be a bit sharper, but it's decent for the purpose you need it for. Also small details, so when you push this one to the side, it dims. And then if you push it to the other side, it increases in brightness. Also affects the little watch there, the little buttons there. You can see that kind of dims out really, like it's really barely you can see those, but and let's turn on the car. That's what you're here for, to hear the sound, the pop-up sounds. This car is really amazing. Now I'm currently not in sport mode, so when you're in sport mode, the what's the name for that, the exhaust opens up. So and here you can control like stiffness. So this is now when it's off, you're in comfort mode. This is like slightly stiffer. Turns on when you go into sport, and then you can either go full stiffness, so the car is really stiff if you want to go to the track or something. Now I'm not sure if you heard that pop-up sounds, but I'm still in the normal, so let's hear this. As you can see, there's no rev limiter. Now my mic is on me. Let me just lean towards the outside. So I apologize if you're gonna hear some sounds. I'm unbuckling it, so you can see the mic is here now. It's away from my mouth. So let's hear this. Mic is outside. Okay, so the car was idling because I was filming my B-roll. Now you can see here, I'm gonna press the sport. So you heard the sound, and you can see traction control, Lane assist comes on and auto start stop off comes on, but the suspension is in this slightly stiffer mode. Now let's hear the exhaust once again. Now I'm outside the neighborhood, so that's why I can do this test. I wouldn't do this in a neighborhood because it was definitely woke up the neighbors. It's almost like a midnight. So yeah, let me close the window. Now you're gonna hear how this sounds inside the car. Yeah, you can still hear the pop-ups. Now the car is gone. Now let me just do another outside, like more towards the exhaust. Okay, I think that was enough, and I think you're gonna agree the sound is amazing. So I love it. Yes, I do drive a Tesla, but so I still love good exhaust sound, and you know, not every car has one. So I love the Porsche, and I love Ferrari AMG. There might be some other good car exhaust, like let's say just for a basic car, if you buy a Golf GTI, or let's say Golf R, let's be more serious, then you have a nice pop-up sound. But if you just put, I'm just, you know, giving a pure example, if you put a modified exhaust on your Honda, your Golf, your standard version, it just sounds awful. Don't do that. You're just creating bad noise pollution. This is good, but also if you have this, don't drive in the sport night at night through the neighborhoods. Turn it off. Don't be a dick. Simply as that. I'm gonna switch it off. So, you know, despite loving the sounds, I think we all need to be also responsible. So if you're driving at late night, don't have your flaps open and drive with the really loud exhaust through the neighborhood. No one cares. If you want to enjoy the car, enjoy it the responsible way. Drive it, you know, with the open valves on the streets, on the avenues, I don't know, on the highway, where it's not going to be, you know, annoying other people. But if you're in neighborhoods, if you're in the city, be responsible. Just close the valve and don't be too loud. There's places to enjoy this, like the track. Also, when it comes to driving, drive responsibly. And there are places where you just should keep it down. So that's just a little note from my end of responsibility when you have such a nice car. What else to say? I'm a Tesla owner, but doesn't mean that I don't like this car. This is an amazing car. If I had the budget for this, it's a pricey car, but if I had this would be perfect entry SUV from Porsche as a daily driver. It's practical because it's roomy, unlike the 911, for example. And this is a family car. This is a luxury, entry luxury family car, like premium, but more leaning to the luxury end. Yeah, okay, my microphone is off. I'm filming with the iPhone, but just to show you here, key fob. Nice Porsche design. Looks like a car. So turns out the lights come on at a day or something. They didn't work. So you can see them on, and just another unlock. You can see the turn signals, and mirrors are now folded. There was an option you saw that keeps it folded, and then when you sit down, I guess they unfold. And over here you can see the rear taillights. And then if I press, you can see the turn signals. I just wanted to show you that. So everyone, thank you for watching. Be a cool person, give this video a like, helps me a lot with the algorithm. Also type in the comment section below how do you like the new Macan facelift, and hope to see you in the next video. Stay safe. Bye.